Question: should I freeze my eggs? Do I even want to be a parent? Can I be a parent? Do I have it in me? What's my destiny? Is parenting in my future? What is my future? Question: should I freeze my eggs? I'm Shamin, born in Iran, raised in Ōtautahi, Christchurch. Age: rising. Fertility: dwindling. With a mid-30s birthday looming, I treated myself to an AMH test to ascertain my ovarian reserve, i.e. how many eggs are left in the carton, and the results were disappointing. Do I even want to be a parent? Can I be a parent? Do I have it in me? What's my destiny? Is parenting in my future? What is my future?
The question is not actually, do I freeze my eggs or not? Because you have to. The only question is, why have you delayed?
The egg freezing process costs so much money, like $11,000-12,000 for one go. Also, there is no partner. Would you do it alone?
Yeah, I just wanted that kind of insurance policy. I wanted that comfort. I actually wanted the pressure a bit lifted as I dated. I think it kind of came back to what mistake in the future am I comfortable making?
It's such a massive decision. It's such a massive consideration. It's a hard egg.
It's a hard egg.
There's so many issues around why you want to do it. Is it related to your parents?
Because there's 5 of us, if I decide not to have any, and I have decided, my mum doesn't go without grandchildren, which she really wanted. I've thought about this and I've questioned whether if I had siblings, if I would feel a bit more relaxed about having my own family in that way. Because for, the longest time I was hoping and expecting it to happen organically. And now it feels like intervention is required.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Is it frustrating?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Okay, I thought by now I'd have more answers, but honestly, I'm lost. I need the people who have helped me find my way before.
Papa.
My long-distance angels, Pega, Moral, and Tanya, 3 badass child-free women in their 40s who, like myself, were born in Iran but have spent most of their lives outside of Iran.
The pressure is really on us immigrant women especially, isn't it? And especially you being an only child too.
I think you should.
Okay, cool. That's a wrap. Well, I'm curious if you had ever considered it.
Yeah, of course. I'm a woman.
I know I'll be a good mom. I'm generally mothering everybody usually, but I don't want a kid.
It's not something I did. I'm now 45.
Are you saying that you regret not freezing your eggs?
I did for a bit, and then I didn't regret it when I realized that I'm the person who decided to be in this position. I decided that a long time ago.
But have you made your decision yet? Do you know where you are?
I feel as though it's the right thing to do, but I think on the other hand, I'm in some kind of denial about it.
How? What's the denial?
That this is the course of action that I might have to take.
I think that we can give birth in so many different ways in this world. I just don't think that it has to be through a child that leaves a legacy. Particularly in a generation where women like us have never existed before. That's so extraordinary, Looking at the history of my family, there has been really fierce also women, but they've never been free.
I'm also interested to hear how you feel that our migration story can impact the desire to not want kids, for instance, or want...
I think a lot. I think a lot. 90% of my white friends have kids now, but I see a lot more of my Iranian friends who know that they don't want to have kids. Because a lot of the time when I talk to my white friends, things that we tell each other, like memories that we have and pains that we have experienced, when we talk about it to each other, we can laugh. But I've seen horror in my non-Iranians friends when I talk about some of the stuff, that their faces fall. And those are my funny stories. The generational trauma has changed me. Therefore, it has changed my views on having children.
I totally see it from your perspective, though. I can see why you, being such a thoughtful, intellectualizing, deep person who like empathically thinks about your parents, you'd want to carry kind of like a baton forward. I think when you close your eyes and refer to the innate womanhood in you or the being in you, it could give you the answer, but maybe you're scared of that answer.
It's probably just dropping the fear, because it sounds like something that you want, but somehow you feel that you are afraid. Are you going to regret living through your fears rather than living through your choices, rather than being emancipated from all these thoughts that you are caging yourself with?
The journey that my parents have been on has obviously shaped the way that my life has played out. They lived through the war and through revolution, and they're having to uproot themselves on more than one occasion, which at times has been destabilizing for me. And also their sense of maybe feeling destabilized is also destabilizing. I spent a good chunk of my 20s and in my early 30s in London, and was more focused on career at that time, or seeking to create something job as in, you know?
Yeah.
And then having that sort of, I found myself arriving at this kind of full circle moment where I felt like I was losing time there. That I could be spending
with them. Yeah, I know. I keep needing to justify to myself why I'm here, especially now that my dad is sick. I mean, now that I can't go back anyways. But I'm regretting the decisions that had led me to not being able to go back and missing out on them.
There's something to be said about being rooted somewhere where your family has been for generations. There's something really grounding about that.
Yeah.
And that's something that worries me about the prospect of freezing my eggs and having my own family and being able to offer that to the offspring.
Yes, there is something in that. It is a huge sense of comfort and belonging that you get from that. But it's not the only thing. I think the most important thing, the only way that anything works is you knowing what you want. Like being sure that this is the thing that you want. And if you think that having a kid is what you want now or down the line, you will make it work.
And we're out.
When we went our separate ways and you left London and went back to New Zealand, it kind of closed that door on us having a family. And I do really remember how much we were in different places about it. You wanted your career. That was like the the primary driver, like your creative identity was the thing which came first most of the time. So the idea of kind of putting that to one side and having kids was very much on the back burner. But then when you left, it's something that I feel like appealed to you more. There's irony in both directions. Like, I was very fixed on having a career in an office working for people, and you left, and then I started my own firm, and now I'm fully remote and can go anywhere. Every time I've seen you around children, you've been very, very warm and affectionate, and I think you would have been the same with your own.
Thank you, my friend.
No worries, my friend. Good luck with your doco.
And that luck came in the form of a voice note from my dad.
Salam Shamin Jan.
Salam Shamin Jan. It's a big question you're exploring, and one your mum and I didn't want to influence. But of course, whatever you decide, we respect it and support you. We're wondering if maybe whether or not to freeze your eggs truly is the central question. You know, if the three of us were the only remaining survivors of a people, be it Iranians or any other, your mum and I would insist you take any measure available to ensure the preservation of a people and the celebration of our planet's diversity. But given the kind of person you are, your age, the current socio-political and environmental conditions, we see no reason to limit the meaning of maternal love to genetics alone. We believe you're both kind and sensitive enough to genuinely love the children around you as you would your own. Tavallud Mubarak, Babai.